Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new on my channel and watching this right now, then please do subscribe and click on the notification bell. In this video, a Jewish woman took to social media to state how disappointed she was with Drake after calling for a ceasefire. Now, according to her, she's disappointed that Drake is even participating in calling for a ceasefire. Like, he's not even supposed to be doing that because he is Jewish and he is supposed to be siding with Israel until Hamas is destroyed. Now, for this, she even called him a coward. Here's a clip.
Drake was completely silent for weeks about the massacre of his fellow Jewish brothers and sisters in Israel. But this week he called for a ceasefire. Drake, you have no guts. You have no identity. You don't know who you are. You've spent your whole entire life, like most people in the world, proving to everyone and to yourself that you're special. But this week you proved that you're ordinary. You don't know who you are. Big whoop. You can make some good music. When it comes to the things that matter, you have no identity. You will do anything to be famous, to have friends in Hollywood, to make money, to be successful. You couldn't say anything about Israel until it was officially cool to say something about Israel. The ceasefire. There will be no ceasefire until Hamas is destroyed and our hostages are back. You are a coward. You are such a disappointment. Wow. Not a word about your fellow Jewish brothers and sisters in Israel who were massacred. I was there. I saw it after it happened. But not just that. After being completely silent, like the coward you are, you sign a letter with Gigi and Bella Hadid, whose father compared Israel to Nazi Germany today on Instagram. You are a disappointment.
If you remember, I posted a video of celebrities being called to support Israel. We saw how most of them signed the open letter of supporting Israel and condemning Hamas. A lot of celebrities got involved, and seeing Drake post that after being quiet ever since this whole thing started is not really a surprise for me, because almost all the celebrities or those in the entertainment industry just recently got involved. But what are other people's take on this? Let's check out the stitches, and when I get back, we talk more about this issue.
Imagine the inflated sense of self-importance you must have to get on this app and insult somebody who easily makes more figures in 1 week than you'll ever see in your lifetime, and then want to turn around and talk about how he, like everybody else, just wants to feel special. Girl, get a grip on reality. Go outside and smell some grass. You're from a country that literally your whole reason for colonizing and committing a genocide against Palestinians is, we're so special. We're the chosen people. This book that was written by somebody like years and years and, millennia ago or whatever it is, they said that we're special. So we should just get to come over and by gun push people out of their land. Girl! You are literally so silly goofy. What is wrong with you? I would just like to throw out the old adage, don't throw stones when you live in a glass house.
Have friends in Hollywood to
didn't you have another page where you posted something and you were like ecstatic that you could hear the bombing in Gaza, and you're like, oh, I'm so proud of the military and blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure it was you. And as for Drake, okay, I have a new respect for him because he probably didn't say anything. He is Jewish, he's not Israeli. So he's probably reading up on what all is going on here and realized, wow, Palestinians are being butchered. And the whole, he'll do anything to be famous. He already is famous. He's like a millionaire, I think. He's like a famous DJ or rapper or singer or something like that. So he doesn't need any more fame. He's all right. Anyway, I have a new respect for that guy because he probably didn't want to speak up until he was sure. And now he's speaking up because he's sure what the right side of history is. But don't worry, you might not be a fan of Drake, but you could have DJ Khaled.
Girl, you have an American accent. What are you talking about? Hamas. She doesn't need to be told that she's racist. She knows she's racist. She likes being racist, but she should know that she sounds stupid too.
no guts.
So calling for a ceasefire suddenly makes them ops. Calling for a ceasefire, you suddenly get to question the Jewishness of Drake because he's calling for a ceasefire? Bro, Zionists are fucking crazy. Like, how do you get mad for a ceasefire? It's a ceasefire. Like, why does that get you so hot? All talking about Drake don't have any guts. You want guts? Look at what's happened to Palestine. There's guts all over the goddamn place. That's the problem. The ceasefire is a good idea because that means less people die. Also, if you're so like rah, why are you not in Palestine right now? Why are you not in Gaza helping the IDF? You out here making TikToks calling Drake a coward and saying he has no guts. Prove him wrong. Get on a plane.
How are you failing an open note test? History is repeating itself. How are you on the wrong side? Why are you calling him a coward? He wants people to stop getting bombed. Like a normal person with fucking empathy. It's really fucking weird that you're against that. Like super duper strange. You're strange as fuck for that. Come here. It's wrong to kill civilians in hospitals and churches. That shouldn't be controversial. We shouldn't be doing that. From the ocean to the sea, Palestine will be free. Free Palestine till that shit's backwards, upside down, sideways, and diagonal. I want you to not even just talk to a Palestinian person. Go watch a video of a Palestinian person. Go watch a video of a child who's going through this stuff right now. And then tell me you're anti-ceasefire. It's the lack of empathy for me. Have the day you deserve.
I think it really says something about the legitimacy, your standpoint, your political standpoint, and also just the seriousness of your situation when one of like the main priorities of your like point of view of your movement is how come Aubrey Graham doesn't like us? What does Drake think about that? Like when that's one of the priorities, it definitely calls into question like how bad is it for y'all? Like she's not talking about they're blowing us up today. Like she's like, what's up with Drake?
Hello, Jewish.
Salam. Let's do a swap. How about you take DJ Khaled and we'll take Drake? I mean, I have to give him a lot of respect. He wants a ceasefire. He doesn't want to see innocent people dying. DJ Khaled seems, and I'm only assuming that he sides with IDF, so just take him. We don't want him. He doesn't even know how to pronounce Mekluba correctly. Or Chnafa. Anywho.
Kind of like how most Jewish people in Israel have spent decades and generation upon generation moving out displacing a bunch of Palestinian people because they believe in their holy book that Jerusalem is, or Israel, is the Holy Land and it's their birthright and they're entitled to it. So you've been genociding a bunch of people and then you get a terror attack back from an elected government, from people who were tired of being blockaded and forced into an open-air concentration camp, and you didn't want to do the two-state solution, and you just bullied people and massacred people and forced your identity upon them and, made them out to look like the bad guys for several decades, 7-ish decades. Who's got the identity crisis, though?
His fellow Jewish.
So Drake comes out in full support of Palestine after Gigi Hadid, after exchanging messages with her, and Drake is a G. This is God's plan, people. This is God's plan. And this lady comes out and viciously attacks him. Like, lady, who are you? You're no one. You're nobody. Your words don't mean anything. Your video got 600 likes and you turned off the stitch before I did this one. Right after I did this one, you turned off the stitch. Y'all got to record that video and stitch it that way. Record her video and stitch it that way, because that video ain't going nowhere. I've been moving, so don't start trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. God's plan. God's plan.
You have no guts.
Hey, where are your videos calling Drake out for his creepy ass behavior with minors? Where are those videos? Where are those? I don't see you pointing out the fact that he texts children all the time. But you're mad that he is openly calling for a ceasefire, not even really an end to the apartheid state that is Israel. Just a ceasefire. Like, hey, stop shooting at them. That being said, all power to the Palestinian people, from the river to the sea. Free Palestine.
What's crazy for me is that we criticize celebrities
and actors on their opinions or them needing to have a stance politically about certain things that is beyond them, right? Now, Drake choosing to go against the easy road, because the easy road is siding yourself with the other side. That's the easiest option in this whole situation, right? But you choosing to say, nah, I'm going to go with the road that's less traveled, right? And I'm going to call for ceasefire due to the fact of there is one big bad guy and there's one small person getting beat up by the bigger bad guy. And I don't like that. And for you to say all of these contrived statements about him is hilariously funny to me, because you guys are making things up in your mind to condone the type of behavior that you're doing towards other human beings as a justification for why these things are okay. And the sad part is you're wrong. You're wrong. At the end of the day, you're wrong. A ceasefire is the best humane thing that we could do at this moment. Because just like earlier, we saw a video where a young lady, a young family is in a car, sees a checkpoint, sees a tank, and says, no, I'm going to turn around. And that tank chooses to say, hey, where you're going? And then go, ends that situation. So no, Drake choosing to make this choice says that he has a spine. He's a person, and he's chosen to side with the people. And at the end of the day, it's better to be on the right side of history than to be a lunacy of yourself.
Are we seriously going to be mad at people for saying, I don't want people to die? I don't want children to go through war? Is that really, really offending you? Yes, that was a horrible tragedy. No one is denying it. And I'm sure Drake is not going to deny that as well. But in the current situation that we're at, thousands of children are currently dying. Many of them don't have access to food, water. Many of them are losing their family members before they get killed. In terms of situations, that's at the top of the chart. So I'm sorry if you have no heart for the children that are currently getting affected by this, but don't go after other people who do. And this is coming from someone who doesn't like Drake. He has done many things in the past that I do not like, but the one thing that he did right is calling for a ceasefire, because that's what a sane, normal human being should be doing.
So look, how do you wake up with so much hatred in your fucking heart? How do you wake up and you're just miserable, you hit the record button and you just spew out the most ignorant and hateful shit you could ever do? I have several questions for you, and they're very valid, trust me on this. So, could you handle a hospital on your side being blown up? Several hospitals. Could you handle that? I hope your answer was yes. Could you handle having your whole bloodline wiped out? Don't worry, you did that to over 45 fucking families. But could you handle that? Could you handle carrying a child, and God forbid that baby is preemie, and the fucking hospital that your baby was in was blown to pieces? Could you handle that? If you said that you couldn't handle that, then why the fuck are you so comfortable letting that happen to Palestinians? I'm so tired of the gaslighting that Israel is doing and has its little minions like this young lady I stitched is doing, because this is so fucking sick, okay? And I just have a very serious question for Americans. Why are y'all even pro-Israel? What the fuck do we get like Israel? Why the fuck are you pro-them? And no, it can't even be because they're white over there. That's not even a fucking excuse at this point, okay? That's not even a fucking excuse. Their healthcare system is legit. The fucking tuition? There's no way you an American, you saying you pro-Israel, because we get shitted on every day. Whether you black or white, Hispanic or Asian. How the fuck are you pro something and they get better treatment than you? You stupid as hell. But let me get back to my shit. I'm just gonna say this, right? Homegirl needs to be banned off of TikTok. I don't care what y'all say. Why the fuck are there people that get banned on this app every day for just simply being themselves? This woman is not only spreading hateful shit, but TikTok is allowing her to get away with it. Why? TikTok TikTok is so fucking quick to say, oh, they said this, ban the account. But she has been doing this well over a month. And y'all are letting her get away with this shit. TikTok, if y'all pro-Israel, say that. But wrong is wrong. Okay? Holding a group of people accountable for their fucking actions does not mean that we hate you. Okay? It 1000% means that what you're doing is fucking wrong. If you are pro-Israel, everything that they're doing to Gaza, could you handle that right now? Could you handle going through everything that they're going through? Because if your answer is no, you shouldn't be saying you're pro anything right now. I highly suggest that you take a good look inside yourself before you say you pro anything, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers are saying you pro-Israel. You don't even know what the fuck's going on. A lot of y'all are saying that you're pro-Palestinian. Half of y'all don't even know what the fuck going on. So before you pick a side, I have to ask that y'all please do y'all research. Okay? I'm gonna say it. Free Palestine all the fucking way. I have been following this shit since it started. And I don't look at nothing the same in this country. Okay? But I need TikTok to stop letting this little bitch get away with this shit. Because at this point, y'all have tried to silence so many fucking people, and that is sick. If she's comfortable enough to call Drake a coward because he signed for the ceasefire, ain't no motherfucking way, bro. She should be comfortable enough to be sitting up here on this app if TikTok really stood for something. The irony of this bitch ass app talking about community guidelines and she done violated about 10 of them. Get the fuck out of here. And over half of her shit has been bullying and harassment alone. How that makes sense, tickety top? Fix that shit today.
Drake broke his silence on the current Israel versus Palestine conflict that began earlier last month. Now, the conflict that began earlier last month has divided social media. Fans have called on artists to lend their voices to the conflict. Many artists in hip-hop, including Drake, who is Jewish, have been quiet during the ordeal. Now, the rapper did finally speak out by signing an open letter to the U.S. government, who is an ally to Israel, to ceasefire. Now, prior to his signage, DJ Vlad called the rapper out on not speaking out. He also took shots at DJ Khaled, who is Palestinian. Has anyone noticed that the most famous Jewish person on earth, Drake, and the most famous Palestinian person on earth, DJ Khaled, haven't said a single thing about the Gaza-Israel conflict? Vlad wrote on social media, "It's not like Drake is too busy. He's been writing paragraphs about Joe Biden hurting his feelings about his new album. DJ Khaled has been working overtime promoting his new Jordan sneakers, but both of them have been silent on this topic. Why is that?" Now, Drake's father, Dennis Grammer, stood up for his son amongst the criticism. In a conversation with TMC, Graham said that celebrities get a lot of backlash when they speak on political topics, and that his son is no different. As for the writing, the most recent update on the Israel-Palestine conflict unaliving toll is that 8,005 people in Gaza have been unalived. Also, more than 20,240 have been wounded, according to the Gaza Health Ministry, per the Washington Post. The Israeli unaliving toll reported by Israel authorities has not increased since at least October, hovering around 1,400 people unalived, with more than 5,400 injured, the publication reports. Now, going back to what the lady said in the video, let's hear what people had to say in the comment section. The first comment reads, "Bro, imagine being against a ceasefire. Are people actually okay? No religion stands for this. Reevaluate yourself, girl. Anyway, free Palestine. Finally, we've been waiting for him to speak up. Hopefully Drake actually cares, but I believe he knows his audience, so he will speak for what they believe in. Drake has no guts because he doesn't want people to be unalived on both sides. It's easy to be against a ceasefire when it's not your family being unalived. If it was her family, watch how quickly the narrative changes. Their own hostages are asking for a ceasefire. If they care about their hostages, why are they so against it? Okay, so many comments from people, with a lot of them happy with Drake for calling a ceasefire and thinking that he is supporting Palestine. Now, we have heard different opinions over this from different people, starting from the stitchers and all the way to the comments. What do you have to say about this? Share your thoughts as well, and let's get talking. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.